Alright, Island Hoppers, today we are coming to you again from Mexico City, right outside the Zocalo. We're going to walk around this whole city and show you guys what it has to offer. Let's begin. Yeah, so as you can see, this here is the Centro area, the historic center. So as we head out of the city center, we're heading to the Reforma. Really tall building, the St. Regis right there. Another BBVA. Really cool building there. So the Reforma is where the Emperor Maximilian actually created a grand avenue linking the imperial residence, Chapultepec Castle, to the southwestern edge of town. So when he overthrew Benito Juarez, that's when they commissioned this kind of diagonal road that was really the original heart of the city. And as we continue down Reforma here, you can see we are headed towards Chapultepec. It takes about 30 minutes to walk this area from the Centro to Chapultepec along Reforma Avenue. And now we have arrived at Chapultepec. And so here we are at the castle of Chapultepec. Great views all around. And when you actually visit here at Chapultepec, which is a Nahuatl word for the Hill of the Grasshopper, you will get amazing views all around the Centro area of Mexico City. But there is some interesting history that you'll probably want to know about this place. So this was the area where the Emperor Maximilian lived. He was part of the Second Mexican Empire. So lots of history to know about the establishment of Mexico. Everything from pre-Columbian history to the First Mexican Empire to the Second Mexican Empire to modern times Mexico. And as you know, Mexico City is the capital of Mexico, but also the largest city in terms of population in all of North America. And if you go out onto the deck here, you can see the floor here is very interesting kind of tile design, but look at those views. And inside the actual castle, you can see these stained glass windows, but wait until you actually go to the rooftop where they also have a garden, which is where we're headed next. Beautiful garden up here, top of Chapultepec, and great views. Alright, after spending about 2 hours over at Chapultepec, we're going to go around Mexico City and show you guys some more stuff. Unfortunately, we didn't get a stop at the Anthropological Museum, although if you do come here, I definitely recommend it, especially if it is open. This is the Palacio de Bellas Artes. Beautiful art. We're actually back down towards the city center during the afternoon. This is a great place to walk around noon. So here we are walking around Polanco. This is actually one of Mexico City's higher end districts. This is the Park of the Americas. Yeah, this is obviously Polanco, but there's a few neighborhoods that are considered the high-end rich communities in Mexico City. Zona Rosa, Coyoacan, which we'll be going to later on in this video, La Roma. We also talk about the area around Reforma, Independencia, and we're also going to show you what I consider to be the most modern part of Mexico City coming up here is Santa Fe. And as we arrive in Santa Fe, you can see the modern high-rise buildings. And this is Santa Fe, modern district here in Mexico City. This is definitely the most modern part of Mexico City that I've ever seen here in Santa Fe. I mean, this is, I would say it's better than Los Angeles, Wilshire Boulevard. I mean, this is way more modern, clean, very clean. Alright, we've made it to Roma. This is the neighborhood known as Rome. It's evening time. Gone to a lot of places. This is actually a really nice place to come get food in the mornings or in the evenings. That restaurant there, Sonoran Grill Prime, good steakhouse. All right, now we're going to head a bit further out of the city center area of Mexico City and head towards Coyoacan. This is actually where Hernan Cortez had his home. So a lot of history right here if you're into the study of Spanish history or Hernan Cortez. I'm gonna try and get on that bus there. Tour. Elotes, churros. So now we're coming up to Parque. I believe this is... Well, Coyoacan's an interesting village or town. Definitely recommend it. Let's head back downtown because it's getting a little bit late. Little kids love riding their bikes and skateboards down this. That's why this was built, huh? For little kids to ride their bikes and their skates. Makes total sense now. This area we're at now is actually the Monument of the Revolution, but if you look at those purple flowers on the top of the tree, that's a jacaranda, and those start blooming purple around springtime. Wow, look at that. That's a heck of a arch. Wow. There's where the elevator goes. Quite the ride there. Alright, let's roll back over towards Reforma. Look at that kid. He is really, he doesn't even like, he's not happy about how fast he goes going downhill. He needs to pedal. Kid's like pedaling downhill. Wow. He's pedaling so fast his pedals were swinging around. That kid's brave. There's the Artis building. Look at all the National Guard, military soldiers, Mexican Army. So now I'm going to actually show you the Zocalo. So I'm going to try and get into the actual church here. Show you guys what it looks like in the church. For those of you who don't know, before the Spanish arrived, this was known as Tinoch, or Tenochtitlan. And it was Aztec civilization on an island in the middle of the lake. City bus tours right there. Good stuff. Let's see here. And the name of the lake in pre-Columbian times was called Lake Texcoco. It was an Aztec lake with the island community in the middle. And there's a lot of history with the Aztecs related to Tenochtitlan. But the reason that Mexico City is still settling and sinking to this day is because it was built on a lake and the ground is still settling with all the earthquakes and seismic activity. As far as getting into the Zocalo, you can get in there, but you can't film inside the Zocalo, so I'm not going to be able to show you what it looks like. And speaking of pre-Columbian history, how about we head out towards Teotihuacan, which is the old pre-Aztec civilization. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from downtown Mexico City. That's actually where we're going to take you now, so let's head out there. Bien, gracias. And if you're actually looking for some souvenirs, you can pick up that instrument and several others, which I'll be showing you here. Very nice guys that sell these, and if you don't even buy it and they just play for you, give them a tip. This is actually the south side of the pyramid here. See, they got like plants growing in there, in between the rocks. It's like a lettuce, some sort of cabbage or something. You know, there's two main pyramids here at Teotihuacan. The Moon Pyramid, which was the first one I showed you, and then this big one, which is the Sun Pyramid. You used to be able to go up there, but currently, with the current situation in the world, not able to go up there. But Man, I went to the top of the Pyramid of the Sun when it was open. That was quite a view, but really an interesting experience to be at the top of such an archaeological wonder.
So here we are in the Atepec Guadalupe. It's a very beautiful facility. You see La Ofrenda aquí.
And here they have a really nice garden with water features and sculptures of the indigenous people who once inhabited this place. But also they have many modern day churches, and those churches here in particular are settling at an angle. And this is where you can really tell that the earth is settling and the seismic activity is starting to wane on the terrain here. Yeah, as you can see, Mexico City is a really diverse capital city of Mexico. You can see how come so many people like to come visit here. I would say when you visit, overall, be looking at around 72 to 96 hours. You won't be able to see all of it because it is big, but also the traffic makes it hard to get around. If you can take some of the mass transit, that might make it better, like the trains or the trams, buses. But getting around, even in a car, lots of congestion in Mexico City. So if you guys enjoyed this tour, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you on the next one.